Alright, I'm back. There is my beautiful bicycle. I put all the balls in, and I'll try to show you the hack for getting the right number. Almost always it will look like there's too few balls, so there should be space for at least one extra ball. Looks like here we've got space for two extra balls, so I'm a bit conflicted. Maybe it's too few rather than too many. If you use too many, it will damage the headset. You ride it too long. I had this fancy Ritchie headset I was talking about. I did that up the usual way, or what I thought was the usual way. I rode it across Canada, and now it's kind of wonky because there were too many balls in there, and so it doesn't stay in. It still works, but it doesn't stay in adjustment as well. Of course, if it's too few, the headset. Yeah, if there's too many, the headset will bind. If there's too few, it will tend to wobble. It won't stay straight. I think that's a good number. You might be able to get another one in there, but I'm going to leave it like that. So now we'll assemble the headset. I gotta go find the forks and see if I can get. Oh yeah, here we are. You can see the whole bicycle. All right. And here are the forks. Grease it up. So for the bottom race, I just leave it in a clip. This is the original. This is the same ball, the same clip. I'm just going to leave it because there's very little wear on the bottom. So put a little bit of grease on the bottom race here. And it's also good to grease the head tube so it doesn't get rusty. And then also the threads so that the top cone goes on easily, and the lock nut as well. So you can put that again. It's much easier to do this when the bicycle is upside down. Put that in and see how smooth it is. I mean, it should turn smoothly. It should be. Hang on, we'll get and then the top brace, the top part of the bearing. Put a little bit of grease on the are you getting all this? Let me see here. I can get a little better frame most of the time here, I think. There we go. I should be in the frame. So you put a little bit of grease on the top brace. That's enough. Get in here as well, I guess. Here you don't have to worry about getting it evenly spread because the bearings are in a clip. Yeah, you don't need much grease on the top here. It's well protected and it doesn't get much wear. So now here we can see whether it turns nice and smoothly. Let's see here. I mean, the acid test, you should be able to spin right around. It's a little bit notchy, but that's just because it's cheap. So I'll show you another trick, another important trick doing this. Right, that's a knurled top race, it's knurled. There's no this around. There's no sides for a wrench on there, right? But I'll show you how you can get it nice and tight. Despite that, let's see. I'll open this. See if that's in the frame. Yeah, you got that in the frame. Okay. So, and yeah, we got the handlebars are in the way, of course. Here, maybe. There should be a fair amount of bearing preload, right? This bearing gets a lot of force on it, right? You're bouncing over bumps and stuff like that. There should be, so it shouldn't be super smooth. You should feel that it's tight. Anyway, so you want to get this nice and tight. You need one of these, man. This is what a vice grip will do okay, but this I find is much better. You've got to put it the right direction so it doesn't spin. So you want to go that way. And yeah, I think that'll work. And then you need another wrench like so. I have some headset wrenches. I should use those. Oh well, this will do. Oh yeah, and you screw it on nice and tight. I probably won't get this right the first try. Bearing adjustment is a bit of a black art, so you usually have to do it over again. It gets too loose or it gets too tight in the final sort of tightening. Yeah, you can really refine, right? You can see it's not slipping. See how that feels. Yeah, it's maybe a little bit. It's too loose. I have to do it over again. That's normally what happens. You have to. It gets looser, not tighter. Anyway, I'll do that on my own at my leisure. It just shows you how it's done.